So, good evening. I've had a lot of people ask me a lot of questions about what is, you know, um, peritoneal dialysis, and is it easy? Is it better? So tonight, I just want to show you exactly what I go through. I'm not a pro at making videos, so I'm gonna tell you, I may cuss, I may forget what I'm saying. Just bear with me, all right? So my PD is 8. So let's explain what PD is. Well, peritoneal, we call it PD. PD uses my body. There's two types: hemoglobin dialysis and PD. So hemoglobin is the one that people go 3 times a week. They go for about 4 hours. They hook them up to their fissure in their arm, and you've seen it. Usually their arms are really swollen. They hook it up to that, and then what they do is pretty much drain all their blood. They drain their blood out, filter it in a machine, and then put their blood in. It's a little harsh on the body, makes you tired, and it's very it confines you to certain space. Like traveling is really hard. So PD, which I do, is pretty much using my body to filter the toxins out. So this is it's pretty much putting sugar water inside of me, and that breaks up stuff in my peritoneal. And I'm gonna tell you this, it's just easier and better if you go online, YouTube, and find out and look at what the process is, because I'm no doctor and I'll probably tell you all wrong. So don't trust my words, just go and find a video. But my the peritoneal, pretty much it filters the toxin. So the good stuff stays in place, but the toxins go through the membrane. It's small enough, and the fluid goes in, helps dilute it, shrink it, does something, and then it drains out. There's a thing called, so when it fills and drain, that's one exchange. Fill, drain, 2 exchanges. And depending on the person, determines how many exchange. I have 4 exchanges. And what 4 exchanges looks like is there's an initial drain, and then it fills me up with a certain amount of fluid. Then it sits for 2 hours. It's called dwell. It sits in my stomach for 2 hours and does its magic. Then, my dwell is actually an hour and a half. And then it drains out. And then it fills back up. Sits for 2 hours and then drains. I have 4. So my process is 8 hours. That's including hooking up, initial drain, and everything. I'm asleep. So most of the times I'm asleep. Sometimes I wake up and it's happening, but for the most part I'm asleep. So I don't really know or feel. So I haven't had, the only issues that I have personally is with the draining. It's called drain pain, and it's a very uncomfortable because my catheter, which I'll show you more. This is my catheter. This is my little catheter. This is my belt that I wear when I'm, I'm out. So this doesn't swing and get caught on anything, because that would be awful. Mad awful. So this is my catheter that I hook up to with the machine. And, then we get it all going. But the end part is in my pelvic area. So sometimes the pulling it feels almost like cramps. And it's sometimes uncomfortable, and sometimes I get a sharp pain, but it's nothing that I can't bear. So there are preliminary things that I have to do when I'm going to start dialysis, and that's usually my weight, my blood pressure, and my temperature, because I have to input the weight and blood pressure in the machine before the machine will even start. And then I keep pointing over here because my machine is here. I'll show you in a minute. So with me having to do that, I pretty much then just get ready. So I've already done that part, so you don't need to, there's more unnecessary time. So the process of this is I have to open up these wonderful bags. So I have 2 bags because I have to have a certain amount of solution, which means to get me the right amount of solution, it's this whole bag, which feels like a 2-month-old, and this newborn. Sucker's a newborn. It's heavy, but this is a toddler. This is a newborn. I have to, put them on. So that's what this is for, so I can hang the other bag. I have to use 2 of these to do my 4 exchanges. So I'm going to open these for you. So, which is really cool. This is a clamp that we clamp. If I was doing a manual, that's a video for another day. I would use these to clamp off the tubing, but it isn't. But the second thing is, it's awesome for opening these thick bags, and it doesn't cut the bag under. So I just run it on, and my top, see, newborn baby. And we have the toddler. This thing is heavy. It's a toddler. I'm telling you, it's a toddler. So, for me to get ready, and this is not for everybody, I have to do something that deals with heparin. Give me a moment. I gotta get it. All right, so this is called Alka-Vez. Alka-Vez is what we clean all tubings with, even my tubing, not where my tube goes into my body, but the actual tubing. It's hard, it's strong enough to clean it, but it's not too strong that it'll start breaking down the material that whatever these things are made out of. Now, I have to take something called heparin. And heparin is, if you've ever been in a hospital, you have seen heparin, you've heard of heparin. They give you a heparin shot because it breaks up blood clots while you're laying flat. But it's pretty much breaking up something. Well, that's what that does for me, because when I first got my catheter, it was awful. It was crazy. This stupid thing didn't want to work. It kept clogging. It was like, not today, not this week. So I started dialysis kind of late because this thing didn't want to work. But what they found is called fibrin was clogging at one time, and then it was something else. It was clogging. So they started me on heparin. I've been on it since the beginning, and we don't know how long I'm going to be on it. They'll tell me. So the procedure that I have to do, and this is, like I said, not everybody has to do this. This is Roberta's world, okay? So These are our sterile pads that we use. We use these for almost everything. And I'm about to kill myself. I am so about to kill myself. Or get an infection because I did not wash my hands. So I'm not going to take you in the bathroom. I'm going to pause and go wash my hands. I'm back. So before I start doing what I have to do, I need to also talk to you about one of the things that they instill in us, like twofold, is infection. Because we have something that has a direct line inside of us, we have to be very, very, very cautious about bacteria and germs. And I always forget the one step, and that's wearing a mask. And I think I'm gonna take my chances today because I'm talking to you guys. I don't think one time is gonna kill me because I've done it several times. Shh, don't tell nobody. So when you start, you have to turn off all fans, close all doors in the room wherever you're doing your dialysis. The window, I'm gonna wear the mask just to be on, show y'all the right way. Then you'll figure it out on your own. So here's my mask, so you won't see my beautiful lips. All right, I hope you can hear me without being muffled, but so you have to turn off all fans, ceiling fan, regular fan. If you have a heater in the winter in your room, you have to turn it off. You have to turn everything. The air should not be moving in that room because it also will move dirt, dust, and everything. Now, you have to keep things clean like your ceiling fan. Yeah, that's a new thing for me. It's not too bad because I don't use it, but it has to be cleaned. You have to clean your equipment all the time, every day. Because the infection that you get can kill you. It can literally get in your body and kill you if it doesn't get taken care of. All right, so back to what I have to do. So I put my Alvarez in here, and then what I have to do is I have to put a drop on the top of my heparin because this has to be sterilized. Oh, that's more than a drop. And then I take these, which are usually full of heparin. I squeeze it out. And then, I don't know if you can see, but let me do it on the newborn. If you can see the newborn, I take this and I wrap this little area, and that's pretty much the area that if I have to put like antibiotics, if there's something else I need to enter, I would use that port right there to add it. All right, so I have to do that. Now, a minute is pretty much everything. You got to wash your hands for a minute. You got to soak your this for a minute. You got to clean for a minute. You got to let it sit for a minute. Now, I know all of y'all, a minute when you are in a hurry goes like this. A minute when you are watching a clock is an hour. I'm telling you, I hate it. Now, I am becoming efficient with this new, oh shoot. All right, I'm doing something I should not be doing yet. Because one of the things is this bag has to be warm. So I'm going to put it on my machine. So I'm going to show you my machine. This is the machine. This is hot, warm. And I have to put the toddler on there so it can get warm. All right. And the reason why I don't have to put the newborn on it, because this bag actually drains into this bag. Because this is the one on the heater is the only one that is actually moving around. I mean, like is being used. This one just drains into it. All right. So I have to prep this heifer. I get 4.5 cc's or mLs, whatever you want. I hate wasting these, but because I have to take this off of the top. So I do 4.5 cc. So this is a basic needle. It's not a needle that you would pretty much use. I don't know if you can see it. It's, it's not. It's just a basic needle. I usually pull where I gotta take 4.5, and then I push it in. Yeah. Oh, I should have been on camera. Yeah, I'm glad I looked up because I told y'all I'm new to this. So what I have to do first is, let's see, there we go. I push air in. So when I pull to get my 4.5, there's no air. Because I did it the first time in the office. And, girl, it was a hot mess. Now, because I have 2 bags, I have to do some math. They had to tell me what the math was. So my 4.5, I put 3 in the toddler, and I put 1.5 in the newborn. I'm gonna go off camera because of the angle of the bag. So you'll hear my voice. Now, doing this part is very for me, I have to go slow because I did it in the office and stabbed the shit out of my finger. I'm bleeding like somebody stabbed me in my face or something. So you'll see what I have to do. So pretty much you have to stick it in there. You got to stick it in there straight or gaily forward, whichever way you want to do it. But I go slow first because I just that shit went right out the side and right in my finger. I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. And pretty much I push the solution in, take it out, and I have a Sharpie. Let's let you look. I have a Sharpie container right there. And round. Now, I have to shake it around. And then I hang it. And then I hang it. Okay. This toddler, shake it around. I swear that sucker feel like a toddler. Or at least a 2-month-old. I ain't held a baby in so long, so I don't know how heavy they are, but I know that bag is heavy. All right. So, next steps. So my bags are prepped. Now the next thing is I have to now prep my machine. Excuse me for a moment. This goes part of my machine. The same way. All right, so you're probably going to just hear my voice, or I'll try to get it where you can see the angles and all that great things. All right, so you're not going to really, you don't need to see me. You know I'm here. So it's a welcome message, a hello, and whoever it is. So since I'm Roberta, it says hello, Roberta Fredericks. I don't know why they do it, in case you mix up machines. I don't know. But anyway, I digress. That's the ADHD. Now, you hit start, and it's connecting to the network. So all the information that's on here is sent to DaVita, whichever DaVita you're going to be at. My DaVita is on Callow Hill. We have a router. But, I pretty much have to sit here and wait until it reads. Now, this is when it asks for information that I did earlier, the weight, not blood pressure. So with that, I got to hit this. No, wrong. All right, and then now my pressure was mad low tonight for some reason, because I've been having issues with my pressure. When I stand, I get super lightheaded, where I feel like I'm going to faint. And, I see my doctor on Friday, so I'm going to bring it to her attention. But it's been happening for about 4 years now, but now I know what it is. All right, so then I always do that. So the next one says night concentration. So I did it earlier, forgot to tell you. It's called scale. You have to check certain things. You have to check, the expiration date, make sure it's, within, you have to check the milliliters. I have a 3 and a 6. The newborn is 6. The toddler is 6. The newborn is 3. And the concentration is 2.5. My machine remembers, so I just push it twice, go down, push it twice, and then I'm done. And then you get on standby mode. Now it's going to tell me to put this in. This is called a cassette. Okay, so it tells me to load this cassette. Now this cassette is my lifeline. Okay, this is my lifeline, because this is where all the fluids go in through, journey, whatever. All right, so there's 2 sides to this. There's a soft side and a hard side. This is the hard side, and this is the soft side. So to put my cassette in, let's see, I'm trying to get y'all to be able to see so lift the lever, this comes down, this is what it looks like inside. Okay, so soft side goes face in. Okay, oops, sorry if that killed you. All right, so this goes in, and you just make sure that, so this is what it looks like. So you have to make sure all these are flat and just stacked, not twisted like this. So you then close the door, and the next thing you do, you have to take these little things off. And it's a lot of cord, because now I have a 5-second rule, because I'm not going to keep, because the cap is on here. If it falls and touch the floor and the blue cap is touching the floor, I pick it up really quick. My floor is clean. I mop it. Yeah. Now, that's me. If you're overzealous, you do what you want to do. I'm lazy. It's nighttime. I'm not having to go all the way back. in my room because the supplies. Ugh. So anyway, this goes on the door. So, and it fits really nice. There's a lip, and then you'll hear a snap. Right? I have to close all. So I close all these clips. Okay, so I've loaded the set, and then I hit, wait, I'm gonna hit start, but I'm gonna get ready for what it's starting for. So, and I'm gonna do it off camera, so I'm gonna pause you, but you hit start. During the self-testing, this is the drain line. This goes into your toilet, a big 5-gallon jug, or your sink, however you want to do it. I do it in my toilet. So I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So self-testing is just making sure that everything is, working. It's not really doing anything with the tubing. It's just checking machines and things like that. Now, if you're scared about this, you can always put some tape over this to keep them from falling on the floor. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but this says connect bags, open all clamps. I don't have to open all the clamps. So this red line goes to the toddler. This is your main line that feeds the machine. This second one is for the infant. Remember the one hanging. And you have to open the clamp and slide it down because it gets bent, and so it doesn't, hinder it. And this one is what drains into this one, so it fills this bag back up. It all happens in the cassette, so I never see any of it. I just hear it all night. Now, if I had a third bag, then I would have to open up this clamp. But since I don't have a third bag, I don't have to open it. So it stays closed the entire time. And then there's one on the drain line that has to stay closed. This sucker needs to stay closed, and this cap needs to stay on at all times, because if not, you're going to have sugar water all over your floor. Don't want it. It's sticky. I've had to clean up just droplets, and it sucks. So that stays closed at all times. And this is my connector that connects to me. Now, I don't do anything with it right now, but I have to open up this clamp and move it down because I'm getting ready for the priming. And priming is it just pushing out all the air in the tubing. And you want to do that because air inside of your body, good God, it is the worst. All right, so this video is hella long, but I'm sorry. You can look at it in days or whatever. But this is taking longer because I'm explaining. You won't have to go through any of this. So now I'm going to connect. Red goes to the main bag. These pull off and you connect. Now, after you pull this blue thing off, that little blue thing, if it hits the floor, you got to get a new bag. You got to start all over, whichever thing hit the floor. So don't let it hit the floor. This is my other bag. It goes to the one. So that was toddler. Now I got to do the newborn. So I'll bring it so you can see me doing the newborn. And when you get trained, they're going to give you a lot of information, ways to do it. You do it whatever suits you, as long as it don't fall on the floor and you're not touching it. That's all it is. All right. So priming is ready. So I've connected my bags. I've opened my clamps. This tells you what to do. So you pretty much, if you can read, you can do this. And then you hit start. Priming takes about 15 minutes. So when I'm priming, when it's priming time, I start working on my catheter. So, I have to clean my catheter. So remember what I said? It's a minute here, a minute there, a minute everywhere. Yeah. And again, I'm cleaning my tube, not my skin. So I have to use the Alvarez. And don't be scared. I was scared. They tell you, they like to ramp about death and all of that. Let me explain that. You can die. All right. I'm not going to downplay death. But if you are doing the right thing. Now, I have to clean this for 1 minute. And I'm going to use the timer on the camera. So, you have to take all the precautions. But they throw so much information at you that you get overwhelmed and you get scared. Don't be scared. It's not as hard. This is a long ass video because I'm explaining to it and I'm talking to you. This doesn't take me this long. It takes me maybe 20 minutes. I think maybe 20 minutes. And that's a lot. Most of it is waiting, for like the self thing and then priming. And then I have an extra step. So again, it's a lot of sitting around and having to wait because you're sanitizing stuff or you are waiting for the machine. But you're going to be okay. Trust me. If I'm okay, you okay. All right. And everyone whose family members are this, it's a lot of work. All right, so now I have to wrap this and let it sit for what? 1 minute. All right, so, your family, I'm hoping this video helps family members. I don't know how y'all going to watch it because this shit is long. Get some popcorn, You got sections you can look at. But for the most part, I want you to understand is that this is scary in the beginning. But then you get this in your head of, oh my gosh. It's awesome. So what I'm going to do now is not say anything so I can fast forward this part. Because, I can pause it. Because priming does take a long time. So I'm not going to use up the video. All right. So again, I usually let this sit until my priming is done. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Now you didn't get the pain, but I did. This priming took forever because I forgot an important step. I'm going to show you on the infant. There is a blue connector in here, and it pretty much is like a stopper. No fluids can move. I forgot to break it. So I'm sitting here waiting for priming, and I'm looking at the tubes, there's nothing going through. And then that's when I noticed it. So again, very, very, very important. My priming took a half hour, which it never takes. All right, so I'm going to connect. My machine tells me to connect, So I'm going to connect. It says check patient line. Now, when it says check patient line, it pretty much means that I need to hit it on my hand. And if I feel fluid, the line is ready. You would think if you feel fluid, no. You want to feel fluid because that means that fluid is all the way up top. You just usually sometimes see it because you don't want air. The reason why you have to open up this clamp, because if you don't, air go, it'll be air. And then you connect. If you connect while it's priming, you're going to hate yourself because you're going to push all that air inside of you. And the air sits in your back, in your side. It's very uncomfortable. It only had to happen to me once. Never again. So, to connect myself, I removed my thingamabob. Now, I hand sanitize while I was on. Hand sanitizer is also your friend. You only have to wash your hands once, but you need to hand sanitize throughout. So if you're touching the bags, hand sanitize. If you're touching your aphoras and you're going to touch something, you should sanitize your hand. I'm getting better with it. All right, so you have to pull the blue top, which is going to pop all over you. And then you unscrew. So this is what's in the caps. It's iodine. And that just gives you extra protection. You take the two, screw them together. Now, on here, these are your safe zones. This and this. Don't be up here because this could give you peritonitis. I couldn't think of the name when I was telling you about the infection. It's called peritonitis. Turn and make it tight. Okay. Now, this is another step. I'm getting used to it. I'm teaching you early on so we can learn together and it make me remember. Okay. Open it up. Because you're going to be laying there waiting for this thing to start. And all of a sudden you're going to hear beep. Because the machine is going to tell you there's something wrong with the patient line. You open it up. And you're pretty much ready. Oh, and also this iodine gets over everything sometimes. So just take one of your little cleaners and clean it. So I am all hooked up and ready for bed. So again, I'll hit start. Verify I drain. Yeah, you just go start. And if you see this initial drain, that means I am now starting my dialysis. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I just want to give everyone, what I found that was the problem with this. Let me take this mask off. I know that. I was scared just by their words. Their words were just, they threw so much on you. And then we Google. And then you see all the Google stuff. And then you have friends who are doctors. They're Google doctors, WebMDs, and they try to tell you stuff. Let me tell you this. This PD is okay. Yes, we have to do it every night, but it becomes a nighttime routine. It's brushing your teeth or, whatever your routine is. This took longer because I'm showing you what you need to do. And, I may talk a little bit more. Sorry, that ADHD in me. But they tell you about the cleanliness and it's gotta be sterile. And I'm gonna be really truthful with you. I'm gonna die if that's the point. Cause one side of my room looks like a hospital. The other side of my room looks like a storage closet with clothes. It's clothes everywhere. I just make sure that the area that my machine and the area that my port is always sanitized and clean. And if you have a small space, you can keep that space clean. You wipe down everything with bleach. Now, if you're going to use Clorox sheets, don't. They have no bleach in them. They're not going to sanitize anything. You need to make your own concoction, which is like 2 teaspoons to like a cup of water. And I'm African American. I pour some bleach, I pour water. Yeah. I'm going to kill some germs because, yeah, I probably done sniffed a whole lot of bleach unnecessarily. So again, you guys are going to do okay. I'm doing okay. You'll probably start feeling better. And you'll find that, wait, I'm done. You do it right before bed. I'm telling you. You just hook up, do it right for bed, prep, get bam, and you're out. Now in the morning, I'm going to add that probably as a second video, or I'm gonna tag it in. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll show you how to disconnect, and I'll show you cleaning your catheter in your site. You guys are great. Sorry this video was a long, but hey, I hope it was helpful. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite or what. Well, no, you don't want the bed bugs. Sorry. All right. That's another tangent. I'll talk to you guys later. Talk to you in the morning.